everybody. Welcome in for another episode of Vol Club Confidential. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Coming up tonight on the show, we have Chaz Lanier, Tennessee's leading scorer on this basketball team that continues to have success. And, of course, Knoxville Smiles is the main sponsor of this show. But before we get to more words on them, we'll talk to Hunter Badur of the Volunteer Club. Hunter, Tennessee in the College Football Playoff, Tennessee fans showed out.
Oh, absolutely. And what an exciting season it's been. I think there was a thought that the regular season might not be as exciting, but when we lost to Georgia, I think everybody was glued next weekend to Ole Miss and Florida and Oklahoma and Alabama, and so it's been an exciting season, and to make the college football playoffs is really, really historic and something that I think this fan base very much deserves.
Now, as we turn the page to basketball, as SEC play gets cranked up, you're going to have potentially some opportunities for fans to kind of mingle and interact, maybe some tailgates. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's the beauty of being everything school is we just don't have football to celebrate. Now we go into basketball season. Our team is off to a terrific start, and as we continue into SEC play, Volunteer Club will have some different events, still working through some of those things. May have a road game tailgate, but we'll certainly keep our members posted through email.
And, of course, Tony Vitello and the Baseball Vols looking to defend their national championship. First pitch, just over 30 days away. It never stops. Everything's cool all the time, every day, here on Rocky Top. Now, for more on Knoxville Smiles, let's hear from J.P. Estrella.
I'm Tennessee basketball player J.P. Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
What's going on? How you doing, pal?
Doing well.
Chaz, you were the big ticket item out of the portal this past offseason. When it came down to kind of figuring out where you wanted to go, what made Tennessee the right fit, outside of the fact that you're from the state?
Yeah, definitely from the state. But, Coach Rick Barnes, that was a big deal. He's a Hall of Fame coach. I wanted to get better with my defense, like you said. I play a lot of offense down at North Florida. That's what I was really known for, offense. So I wanted to show scouts that I play defense as well, and I wanted to work on my defense. So I wanted to go to a coach who would push me doing that, and I know Coach Barnes would do that. And then, on my official visit, I got here, it was 12 a.m., and all the guys were in the locker room waiting on me. So just joining something that's bigger than me, that was a big deal for me.
So you got here at midnight, and they were all waiting on you.
Midnight, yeah. All waiting on me. We had a good setup, a Southern food setup, catered for us, waiting on me. They're all waiting for me.
Did you know when you walked in the locker room they were all going to be in there?
So I was coming from my Kentucky visit. I was asleep on the way to Knoxville, and I was asking the driver, are we going to the hotel? And he was like, no, we're going to go to the arena. I'm like, okay. I'm checking my phone. It's 11 p.m. at this time. So I'm like, why are we going to the arena? But I didn't ask it. I'm just chilling, fall asleep, me and my mom in the backseat sleeping. And then we wake up, and then all the coaches are outside the arena. They grab our bags out, and then they walk us into the arena, and then everybody was in there. It was crazy.
That seems like it left an impression.
Definitely. That just shows you, the family culture here that Coach Barnes has built.
When you were going through the process, could you sense these Tennessee fans were waiting on you? Could you get the sense, man, how much they're waiting on the news of what you were going to do?
Yeah, it was wild. As soon as I entered the portal, well, even when I was doing the draft process, all the Tennessee fans were just corralling me on my Instagram, Twitter, everything. I could just feel the love, And I don't know, the Tennessee love it's just a little bit different. When I got here on my visit, we were riding down Kingston Pike with Coach Barnes, and he was sitting there talking, and I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm looking at him talk. And then I happened to look by him through his window, and I see on the cookie restaurant down the street, it said, "Welcome home, Chaz." And this is on my official visit. I haven't even committed yet. And that's when I was like, man, the love out here is it's just a little bit different.
If you rewound an episode last year where we had Dalton out, he said a lot of the same things. I wanted to be challenged on defense. I'd done my scoring at Northern Colorado, and here you're saying a lot of the same stuff. Where have you gotten better defensively? And can you feel it?
I definitely can feel it. I've gotten better already just guarding the ball, putting pressure on the ball, being quicker, moving my feet, and then being in help side. I mean, just the whole nine all around, my defensive game, communicating better, and then playing alongside Jamai Meshack and Zakai and Felix. I mean, those are three of the top defenders in the country. So just being there with them on the floor with them, that raises my level in and of itself.
I was going to say, it probably puts a little pressure on you. You're like, man, I don't want to be the weak link, so that makes you up your game a little bit more.
Exactly. I'm not going to be the weak link on defense, so I'm out there trying my hardest alongside them, man. So we just get after it, man.
Where do you feel like your game's gotten better overall since you got here, besides defense? Like, I mean, is it IQ? Is it just, understanding this level? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely IQ, and then playing faster, having to do everything just a step faster, because in the SEC you're going to be playing against linked night in, night out. So just doing everything a step faster. That's what Coach Barnes has been on to me about, getting my shot a little bit quicker. Just everything I do, the pace in which I move, just doing it faster.
You and Dalton are, it seems like similar paths, but personality-wise, very similar too. Like y'all both laid back, but nothing seems like it bothers you during the game. Like you might miss 4 in a row unaffected. You make 6 in a row unaffected. Like he was similar type way. Like what is it that kind of makes you tick in that regard? Like you just seem like you're so chill.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's the way you have to be when you're one of the scorers on the team. Like baskets are gonna go in or out, and when they're going out, you just gotta keep shooting. Like that's your role on the team. So, and your teammates are dependent on you to keep shooting. So, and when the shots are falling, I mean it's a good feeling, and the hole just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
When Rick is saying to people in the media, like I want him to shoot more, like do you see that? Like are you like okay? I could do it. You don't have to say it twice.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say it twice for sure. I mean, there's definitely more opportunities that I could take to shoot a little bit more, but I like to get my teammates involved. But, yeah, I trust him, and he knows what he's talking about.
We get into the heart of SEC play now. You got Florida coming up tomorrow night. This SEC is no joke, especially this year. It feels like everybody is really good. I mean, the way you all dominated the SEC ACC Challenge, wins against those Big Ten teams. Like, how much do you look forward to these type games? Like when you're going to get tested on the road, hostile environment, those type things.
I mean, our next game is our biggest game, so it doesn't matter really who we're playing. But I mean, the SEC is going to be a monster this year. I'm just excited. I think we're ready. We got a tough squad. Everybody's just really excited to see what we do. And like you said, night in, night out, we got Florida next, but every opponent in the SEC is going to be a beast. When
you go home to Nashville, play Vanderbilt, it's a different type arena, the way the benches are on the end and all that stuff. But do you take a little extra motivation just playing in your hometown? Not anything against Vanderbilt, so to speak. Right. Just you're getting to play. You got more friends and family there than even the home games.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a special moment just to play back in the city. Man, I'm gonna need all the tickets from my teammates. It's gonna be jumping that game, but I've never played in Vanderbilt, so it's gonna be a special moment. And now playing for the Vols, going back home, it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be special though. It's gonna be different.
When was the first time you got recognized? Like when you got here? Like did it start to hit you with fans just out? That you can't just leave the apartment and,
The first time I got recognized, I think. Oh, I remember. So I was walking out of my apartment building. And I don't know. I think I was just walking around town, just checking out everything. And then the UPS driver, he was dropping off a package. And he was like, "Man, are you the new recruit here?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Oh, man, I got to get a picture for my son." So he dropped off the package, came back out, and then we took a picture. And then he hopped back in the UPS truck and drove off. But that's when I was like, man, this is a special place out here. It's different. It's a little bit different than North Florida.
What did you learn in that process at North Florida, though? Because you did some great things down there, and I know you appreciate the people down there. So, what? Yeah. How much do you take from that experience?
Yeah, I was just talking to my mom. Like my first 2 years down at North Florida, I wasn't really playing as much, but I feel like that was God setting me down for a minute just to plan out my next steps, and just really think about what I want to do for the future and what that looks like for me. And I just got to learn a lot sitting on the bench, watching just how college basketball works. I feel like my freshman year I wasn't ready to step in and play yet. So just boosting up my IQ a little bit, and just soaking all in what college basketball really is. And Coach Driscoll down there, he taught me a lot. I came in as an 18-year-old freshman like we all were, and he just taught me a lot about just being a man, putting God first. He's really just a leader. So I salute Coach Driscoll down there. I love him a lot and all the teammates. But, yeah, North Florida, that's my home. I graduated from there, so it's a lot of love down there.
All right, so when we had Zakai out, Zakai told us that the one spot on the floor he hates is the corner. He hates the corner three.
The corner three.
Where do you love to shoot from, and where do you like, I'll shoot it from there, but it's not my favorite spot?
Man, I'll shoot from anywhere.
I'm not surprised by that answer.
The ball goes in at all sides of the court, but I don't know. I like the corners. I really don't like the top. I like the wings a lot.
The wings, I'm with you.
Yeah, I love the wings, but I'm iffy about the top.
I think you can tell who likes the top of the key most of the time. Big men. You got like a 6'9", 6'10" guy that can shoot a three. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're not as comfortable from the wings. They're more comfortable from the top of the key.
Yeah, I feel like because
it's almost like a free throw, except a little more extended, obviously.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like when the point guard gets downhill, they can just throw it back to the big man, and they got all the time in the world to just line it up and shoot the three. So I feel like that's a good spot for the big man.
You go back to December. You're obviously undefeated on the road. I maintain last year's team could not have won the game at Illinois the way you all won it this year. It just felt like that team wasn't set up to have its point guard foul out, its leading scorer foul out, and win a game on the road in a hostile environment when it seemed like everything was going against you. But yet your team did. What did you learn about your team that night?
Man, I just learned that we're a very tough and resilient squad. Like you said, we were facing a lot of adversity on the road at Illinois. It's a very hostile environment. Me and Zakai were in foul trouble majority of the game. So shout out to Bishop and Darlington Dubar. They had huge minutes for us. But everybody really stepped up. But man, that was just a big win. We hadn't faced anything like that all season. So going through that adversity as a team on the road really makes us just closer as a unit.
You a big practice guy? I mean, I think games are fun, right? But the practice is hard.
Practice are hard. I mean, we just get better every day, but I say I'm a practice guy.
What's the one drill you hate in practice?
I wouldn't say there's a drill I hate, but I mean, I came here to work on my defense, but the shell defense, I say I dislike that drill the most. That we get after it in that drill, but that really challenges us.
Do you like when you have practice inside Food City Center versus Pratt?
It doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter?
I like Food City Center though, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We get after it in both of the gyms. You can't tell the difference with Coach Barnes. We just get after it.
Who gives you the hardest? You talk about all the defensive guys on this team. Who do you not like going against in practice?
Definitely Jemai. I mean, we're similar in size.
He's a load though.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's strong, athletic. He's gonna get into you. He can move his feet, but he's one of the ones who really pushes me in practice and really makes me better and makes me work for every bucket for sure.
You got such a quick release. Has that always been that way, or is that something you've developed over time?
I say that's something I really developed. There was one summer when I was just working on making it quicker. I'd say that was my junior year summer going into senior year. I was just looking at things, picking my game apart and seeing where I could get better, and I noticed that I could get better with my release, and so I was working on that all summer.
You played at Ensworth. Just kind of take me through that experience. What did you enjoy about playing there?
I'd say Coach Bowers. He's very similar to Coach Barnes, very old school coach. Yeah. I mean, like we had Jordan Bone. He played under Coach Bowers. But he just an old school coach. He's gonna make you take charges, play defense, communicate. I remember My junior year, he sat me down because I wasn't taking charges in practice. So just little lessons like that, he taught me early. But I really loved Innsworth. They taught me a lot.
What did you know about Tennessee? Not just basketball, but just Tennessee athletics in general growing up. Like, I mean, what are your memories as a kid about Tennessee football, Tennessee basketball, Tennessee baseball, anything?
Honestly, I really didn't watch a lot of Tennessee football, a lot of Tennessee basketball. I mean, I saw it everywhere in Nashville, but I really wasn't watching it. I really started tuning in when Jordan Bone committed there and started playing over there and watching that squad. And I just saw how special and how hard they worked. And then I see him come back home for the summers and put in the work. And that's when I realized, like, it's a different level to it. But I started watching when Jordan Bone went to college.
What makes you smile?
Family. I'm a big family guy. Super family oriented. And then my friends, we just joke around a lot in the locker room. Zakai, Jemai, all of us, we just joke around all day. But I say my family and friends.
All right, he smiles when he jokes. There's no joke in this game, though. Now more on Knoxville Smiles with Lance Hurd.
Knoxville Smiles depend on us to make you smile better. Knoxville Smiles, are you happy with your smile today? Knoxville Smiles, we're all about smiles.
Hey Lance, what makes you smile?
Pancake blocks.
Are you talking about being a big family guy? We talking about family reunions, talking about family vacations. What family memories, like core memories, kick in for you? Like that you're like, man, I can't wait to get back to this.
When I think of family, I think of playing out in the yard with my dad and my brother, and my mom. Like my mom and my dad, they were my first two coaches. My mom coached me at the YMCA level, and then my dad at the AAU level. But I just remember playing out in the front yard with our little basketball hoop, me and my brother, going out there shooting, having fun.
Who was tougher, mom or dad?
They were both tough, but I'd say my dad because I don't know, his love for the game, it just comes out when he's coaching me, and I feel like he sees the little him in me, so he's super passionate about the game.
Favorite family vacation growing up was where?
I'd say so. My mom is from Michigan. My dad is from Alabama. But we traveled up to Michigan a lot when we were younger. I have a lot of family up there. So I'd say going up there, playing with them. We had a lot of family reunions up there. So getting to see that side of the family.
You got a competitive streak up there with that group too?
Yeah, every time we go up there, we get after it. The neighbors, everybody comes over to the house, and we just play one-on-one, have a little cookout, and we just have fun.
When was the last time you lost a game of one-on-one?
Oh, it's been a minute. Probably down at North Florida versus one of my teammates, but that probably down there. But I'm the winner overall throughout this course. But they probably got one or two off of me.
All right, we'll ask him to pull out his phone. We're gonna call the one person that he knows will always answer the phone.
Let's see.
Who are we calling?
I'm gonna call my cousin Evan.
All right, put Evan on speakerphone.
All right, let's see. I hope he don't say anything crazy.
It's been known to happen. Sometimes we have to edit it out.
He usually answers the phone. Let's see. Let's see if I answer.
Are you FaceTiming him?
Yeah. Oh, you wanted me to just call him?
No, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Hey, don't say anything crazy. I said, don't say anything crazy. I'm on a podcast. What's up?
Okay. What's up, boy?
No, they asked me who's the most reliable person to call, so I called you.
Oh, no, you know I'm always going to answer that.
That's my cousin, y'all.
Evan coming through in the clutch.
Uh-huh.
I tried, man. I tried.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Love you, boy.
Love you.
Evan coming through on the FaceTime, no less. It's our first FaceTime. Everybody else just calls, but I'm all for it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Mm-hmm. Where's he from?
He's from Nashville. Mm-hmm. He's not really my actual cousin, but he's my cousin just because we grew up together.
Where did he go to Innsworth?
No, he didn't go to Innsworth.
Where did he go?
He went to MLK. He went to MLK High School. Yeah.
Favorite place in Nashville to get some grub?
Oh, it's a lot of good places.
When you go home, though, what's the one place you're like, I'm going there?
That's a great question. I like soul food, so I need to see. But when I go home, it's usually like just a quick trip, so I'm just chilling with my family. But if I was to go somewhere, I go to Hattie B's. I like Hattie B's, but I need to find a new soul food restaurant. So if anybody out there knows a soul food restaurant in Nashville,
You got anything like that here?
let me know. There is a restaurant out here. Man, I'm blanking on the name. But we cater it a lot. The basketball team caters it a lot, but it's super good.
Super good.
Super good.
First celebrity crush.
Oh, goodness. First celebrity crush. See, I don't really get into celebrity crushes, but
So you're too young. I would tell you mine is Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
see, I don't even know who that is.
No, of course you
I'm
don't.
too young, huh?
Yeah, you are. What are you, 22?
About to be 23 tomorrow.
Oh, well. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
What did, what music you like?
I listen to all different genres, but like on game days, I'm listening to like R&B, smooth, mellow music. But if I'm just chilling, rap music, Lil Baby, Drake, nothing too crazy.
What's the one thing most people don't know about Chaz Lanier? What would surprise people?
I speak a little bit of Chinese. I know it's that private school education. At Innsworth, they had me in a Chinese class. I took it for like 5 years, so I speak a little bit. It's been a minute, but
Can you sing Rocky Top in Chinese?
oh goodness, no, I definitely can't. But I can say Wu Jiao Chaz.
What's
You
that
know what
mean?
mean? My name is Chaz. Something simple. Mm-hmm.
Como te llamas? I can do some Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do French. Non, je me suis de Paris, de Nice, Côte d'Azur. Oh la la.
Oh goodness, no. You got it.
No, I
You know what
don't.
that
That was my one dialogue quiz from Miss Jefferson's sophomore French class at Morristown East High School.
Exactly. See, you
Many,
still remember.
many moons ago. That's the only thing I remember. Nothing else.
Yeah, I barely remember, but I speak a little bit of Chinese. A little bit.
Well, let's hope it never comes to the point where you have to really use it, unless you're just on a quick trip over.
Yeah, that's just a little fun fact about me. I hope I never have to use it, though.
If you could get drafted by any NBA team, who would it be? And I know you're going to say, I don't really care who, I just want to get drafted. But if you could place yourself on an NBA team, where are you going?
That's a good question. I say to L.A., though.
You go join Dalton in L.A.
I say L.A. because
You just want to play LeBron.
LeBron. I feel like he's the GOAT, and he's on his last few years. So just to be able to say you played with LeBron, that's big. I feel like.
No, I don't disagree. I mean, I do think he's at the end. I mean, one way or the other. And I think it's important for him to go out still playing at an elite level. He doesn't
Right.
want to have that one step back year where he's averaging like 11 points and it just doesn't seem the same. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. I agree. But I say LeBron, and then being out there in California. I mean, like you said, any team would be a blessing. But if I had to choose, I'd go out there with LeBron.
Have you
sure.
had much correspondence with Dalton after you got here?
So I talked to him during the recruiting process. He gave me a call. I was in the airport going from somewhere, but he had gave me a call, told me about Rick Barnes and the program and how it's gonna be hard, but he feels like it'd be the right fit. And then we talked the other day before the game. Rod was on the phone with him, Rod Clark, our assistant. We were doing a pregame workout, and then he had Dalton on the phone, and we were just chopping it up for a second. But he's a cool dude. I mess with Dalton.
Has he been watching you play?
Has he? I'm not sure.
I'm sure he has. He loves watching Tennessee play.
Yeah. We've been watching him too. He's been hooping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird though. Like he'll have like 15 shots one game, and the next he gets like 2.
Yeah.
You know, they start playing that isolation ball with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and
Hey,
the shooters don't get no shots.
that's how it is playing with Brian, but he's the GOAT, so you better listen to what he's saying.
Did you grow up cheering for any particular team?
Not
NBA?
really. Nah, I don't have an NBA team. I'm a Titans fan though, a little bit.
You are.
Yeah, but I really don't have a sports team like that.
Would you be excited if Nashville got an NBA team?
That'd be cool. That'd be major. I feel like that'd be a good thing for the city though. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure they ever would just because you have the Grizzlies. Were you a Grizzlies guy?
Not really. I like John Morant, but I wasn't really a Grizzlies fan growing up.
What's the one play that you look forward to the most in a given game? Like, is it a called play where you get some isolation? Is it a called play where you're coming off a screen to get a shot? Where do you feel like you're most confident? And I feel like you're confident pretty much everywhere, but the most confident.
Yeah, I'd say, like you said, just anywhere around the 3-point line, I'm super confident. But, like, if I was going into a game, like, man, I want this play to happen, it'd have to be like a poster dunk. I feel like that'd be just like the coolest thing that could happen in the game. Or like a buzzer beater 3.
Yeah.
I haven't had a buzzer beater 3 in my career, so I feel like that'd be cool.
So you're wanting that.
I am wanting that. Yeah. That's what I'm wanting. That'd be fun.
That means the game's got to be close, and it's got to be tied, or you got to be down.
True. We don't want that, but if it comes down to it, that's what I want.
You want the ball. Who impressed you most when you got here? Like, maybe you had seen from afar, or whatever, that you're like, man, this guy can hoop. When
I first got here, and still to this day, Felix impresses me a lot. He's a beast. Like, he's super athletic, and then his shot blocking ability is crazy. And
how many times he got you in practice?
He's got me a decent bit. I haven't tried him though. I want to dunk on him. I haven't got him yet, but I'm gonna keep trying. But I say he impresses me the most. You could just throw it up anywhere. He's gonna go get it. He's super athletic, and then Igor, he's super nice too. He's nice.
Did you enjoy the football games this fall?
Yeah,
you didn't really have that in North Florida, right? Like, it's just kind of basketball season. Like, you didn't have that football lead up.
We didn't have a football team.
Correct.
We didn't have a football team, but yeah, the games here are crazy. I've never seen that many people in one spot.
Were you in the student section a lot?
No, we were in the recruiting section.
Okay.
In the recruiting section. So it was a little bit more chill, but, man, it gets loud in there. It gets super loud, and the fans are wild and ecstatic.
Oh.
It's
going to get super loud as SEC play gets going for basketball, too.
No, I'm excited.
I still maintain the loudest I've ever heard Thompson Bowling, or now Food City Center, was, I forget the year, it was 06, 07. Whenever, it was when Durant and Rick Barnes in Texas rolled in here. And it was not the Lofton 3 over Durant. It was the subsequent 5-second call after that. Like, Lofton makes that 35-footer or whatever. It was just ridiculous. Have you ever seen that highlight?
I did see. I saw it the other day. Ridiculous. I looked it up. Yeah.
But then right after that, Texas takes the timeout, and then they can't get the ball in, and they get a 5-second call. That was the loudest I ever remember hearing it. Yeah, it was so loud in there.
So that was the game after they hit the 5-second count?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Oh wow. I know it was crazy. I mean, it's been loud already, but SEC play, I know it's gonna get rowdy.
It's gonna get real rowdy. Yeah. Especially with all these teams being really good. And you ought to go get everybody's best shot, number one for so long and all that. I mean, it's going to be, every time you lace them up, you're going to get the best.
Definitely. I mean, we've already seen it. Like at Illinois, they gave us the
That was a crazy good atmosphere.
It was a crazy atmosphere. Like, as soon as we walked in the gym, they're booing us. And then during the warm-ups, during the warm-ups, they had a guy with the whiteboard, and he's sitting there counting every miss during the warm-ups. And then every shot you take, if you miss it, the band is playing the trumpets, and they every time you miss it. So every time you miss it, so me and Zakai are sitting there laughing and just throwing it off the front of the rim just to hear them go It was crazy, but it was a great atmosphere. Super great.
Now we know why the game was so close. They intentionally missed shots during warm-ups, and it messed them up during the game.
You could say that. we're gonna roll with that.
Where's the number choice come from?
So, I mean, there's not really a special significance behind it, but I came to college. I wanted number 3. I was wearing number 3 in high school at Innsworth. And then when I got to North Florida, number 3 was taken by a senior. So I couldn't wear number 3, and number 2 was the next choice. So I've just stuck with it.
You stuck with it? Keep the brand going? Yeah, I'm with you on that. Once you kind of establish it, you might as well just keep it going, even if you change schools. I'm not saying you can't change, but, I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, just keep the brand going. Number 2 is just what I've been wearing, so I just stuck with it.
Where's one place in the world you'd like to go that you've not been?
I want to go to Jamaica. I've seen a lot of stuff on Instagram about Jamaica. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the algorithm, but I want to go out to Jamaica.
Well, the more you talk about it, your phone's listening to you, so now it's going to pop up even more.
Oh, yes, the AI is Siri is listening. They always doing that.
And the more you watch like a reel, if you watch somebody's reel for any kind of time, all of a sudden it repopulates more reels by that person.
The catch is when you send something out to somebody else and share it. That's when you start seeing them more on your For You page or your on your home screen.
And I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love funny reels.
No, yeah. I'm on Instagram all the time. Me and Zakai probably send each other 5 different posts a day, just laughing.
What would be the best advice you would give younger Chaz Lanier now? Like 12-year-old Chaz Lanier. What advice would you give that kid?
Shoot, just stick with it. Stay where your feet are planted. It's all gonna pan out. It's already written. God's already written the story. So just stay where your feet are planted. Enjoy every step of the way, and just keep going hard. Keep God first.
Well, Chaz, man, we appreciate the time. It's been a great look into you, and I know Tennessee fans continue to watch with amazement, watch all those points, and want you to keep shooting from not the top of the key, from the wings and maybe the corners.
I got you.
Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you. Be careful.